Family, friends, and fellow gamers. Welcome to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. I am Grumpy Gnome, and this is going to be my very first live stream on Twitch. And I thought, what better game to do it with than Banished? So you're seeing a start menu right now. This menu is going to come up 5 minutes before any future streams, just to let the audience know that there will be a stream starting soon. Now, without further ado, let's get into the talk menu where we do a little bit of chatting before we actually play the game. Hey, family, friends, and fellow gamers. Welcome to my talk menu. This is actually where we talk about what we want to see in the game. We review any chats that we have done in the past. And this gives us an opportunity to get to know one another and just share some ideas. I will always do a chat before a video, so that way if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see, you can go ahead and let me know ahead of time before we jump into the game. Now, in a perfect world, the game also has a chat window, but because this is my first live stream, I don't know if that's working or not. So hopefully we'll get at least one person saying one thing, and that'll tell us if our chat is working or not. So without further ado, this is Megamod 9. Grumpy Gnome is stepping up to the big leagues. This is my very first run in Megamod 9. I have totally deleted everything from Megamod 0.06, installed the entire Megamod 09, and the only other thing that I'm currently running is the radius recolor that changes the yellow rings to blue rings, which actually looks so much nicer. I do think that Discrepancy's rings are still yellow or gold, but for the most part, the blue rings are going to be the area of effect rings for our hunter or our gatherer. Am I new to Banished? No, I'm not. I have achieved all of the achievements in this game. Game time, I have over 6,000 hours dedicated to this game. Megamod 9, I have 1.5 hours. I'm sorry, let me just scratch that. I have about a day and a half invested in it. And you'll see that. I mean, I really did a little pre-planning because I don't want to be too rusty, but you'll see as we go along. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into some Banished play. All right, guys. We're back. This is what our game screen is going to look like. And the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is jump into we're going to load a game. Because in that day and a half that I played, I actually went ahead and I started a little area here just so that we'll have something to work with rather than fumbling right from the beginning. Now, I probably should have shown you what our gameplay is, and as soon as this loads, I'm going to see if I can actually bring that up. It's a challenging map, and here we go. So, the name of this map is Wonderland, and that is actually a play on Alice in Wonderland. Let's see if we got the map. So here we go. This is going to be very much Alice in Wonderland themed because me going into Megamod 9 is like me going down the rabbit hole into something new. So the map seed is actually Alice spelled out. The A is the first letter of the alphabet, L is the 12th, I is the 9th, C is the 3rd, E is the 5th. And that is how I got my map seed, Alice in Wonderland. I thought out of all the different terrain types, what would be the most appropriate to use? And I was waffling between the Entangled and the Enchanted. And I concluded with the Enchanted only because of the vibrant colors. And there's just so much going on with this that I thought Wonderland would have to be Enchanted. Out of all the different terrains, we went with the valleys instead of the mountains or the lakes, only because I wanted to have the best versatility as to what was available. I did not like the plains because there were absolutely zero mountains in plains. Valleys gives us some mountains to work with. The terrain type, we're going back to very large because I have no idea how long we're going to spend on this map. And I kind of want to experiment with some of the different things that are in Megamod 9. My disasters, against my better judgment, are going to be on. And this time, instead of doing Adam and Eve, we're going to make it even harder and go with Jack and Jill. They start with nothing, just like when Alice went, at least Alice had clothes when she went down the rabbit hole. We're going down there in our birthday suits. Let's get it on. Let's get some grump on. There you go. And we're going to go ahead and resume. So what I have going on here is, let's go ahead and just line these up like this. Is that it? No, we got a couple more things hiding back here. And I think that is it. So far what I've got laid out here, these two over here are biddy abodes. And then this is my first forest node here. So we've got us an herbalist. We have a bounty hunter, a biddy hunter. We have a biddy forester, and we have a biddy gatherer. And the reason for the biddies is because of the low build cost. Now, I've actually tried to build this with Jack and Jill straight out, and let me tell you right now, it won't work. There's one way to get this into a successful run, and in a perfect world, we'll be able to do it the first time we fire it up. Down below this, I've got a biddy barn. Over here, I've got a second biddy barn, and that is flanked with a big stockpile in the middle, which they're not even going to get to because for some reason they don't want to empty this one, and I can't figure it out. Maybe it's because they don't have any place to put the stuff. But in order to get to get Jack and Jill working, we need to go even smaller than biddy. And the way we're going to do that is we need to get them a stockpile that has already been cleared. And so I put this small one off to the side. I'm also starting them off with a biddy, with this, right? Oh, there. This right here, even though as a biddy shed. So this is going to be the very first thing that we build, because as soon as they build this biddy shed, they're going to go hunt for wild foods. If this doesn't get done in an expedited time, they're going to starve to death. In addition to the biddy shed, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw in a tiny chopper, which is this dude right here that only takes 2 wood to build, and we're going to put a pause on that for now. And I'm actually going to put these right here because these are going to be the first 3 things I build. And when I say 3, the last thing we're going to build is a mini workshop. Is this little dude right here that's going to get us our first tools. And let's go ahead and put a pause on you. I'm pretty sure that's what we wanted. So let's put that up there. And we're going to put that there. And that is actually our build order. So let's go ahead and get them running. I should have taken this road out, but in a playback, it wasn't an issue. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to harvest trees. Now we are only going to harvest enough trees to get us our initial starting wood. And let's get them running a little bit faster and let's go. In addition to the wood that they're going to get there, I also am going to need a couple stones. Don't need a lot. I only want to grab those 2 right there. See, for some reason they run over here, but they never finish clearing it out. And that's kind of monotonous. As soon as we get 5 logs into our inventory, we are going to go ahead and build the shed. And I'm looking right up here to see when that 0 changes to a 5. Like that. There we go. Build the shed. And there they go. And we got the materials. Oh, wait, they got to get the stone. And right away, I'm already going to put both of them as builders. Because I want to get this thing done as soon as possible. And now that they're both whacking on this thing, we're going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Because we just want to get this progress done. As soon as it gets close to finish, I'm going to slow it down again. Because every second, okay, right there, pause it, they have a shed. Now, food. Food is the next issue. So we're going to harvest wild foods. And what I'm going to do is zoom out a little bit. And we're just going to grab this whole region right here. And basically just pick a good workable region that they can run around in. And I'm thinking that might be good, right? You know what? Not even that far. I don't even know if I want to run them that far north. Why don't we concentrate on just what's down here? Boom. And now they're going to go collect that. And I'm going to go ahead and cancel anything else that they have slated. Okay, there's nothing else for removal. So now, oops, take them off of builder. Otherwise, they're going to build the road. And now they're just going to go harvest some food. And I'm going to speed this up again, too. Okay, they just finished clearing this larger stockpile here, but we're not going to need that. What we're going to look for right now is when they finally get some food put into here. Because once the food goes in there, that means that our starvation issue should be done with. Let's do a quick look to see their progress on clearing those foods. Oops. Yeah, so cancel. What do we got for cancel? There's still a couple more things that they can pick up. You're picking that up. You guys are going to pick that up. That's good. Okay, now we've actually got some food in stock. The next critical item we can either go for tools next, because once they get the tools, then their construction goes quicker. But personally, I'm going to build them their shelter for their house. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want the procreation to begin. So I'm going to come over here, and we're going to grab the first bitty abode. We're going to open that up. It takes 5 logs and 2, and I do have that in my inventory. So let's make that happen. Okay, they've got that. I'm going to switch them both to builders and let them start building their own place. Once again, as soon as they get close to 15, I'm going to slow the game down. And there it is. So these are the first 2 founders of Wonderland. We have Gracie and Camera. Awesome. Okay, so with that done, we can see that they don't have any firewood, but we already knew that because they didn't start with anything. So we can build the little chopper that they have here, and we can build the tiny workshop for the food. And I'm sorry, the workshop for the tools. I'm actually going to build this one first, because the quicker they get those tools, the more productive they're going to be with their time. So I'm going to take them out of builder mode, otherwise they're going to build the road. And we do have the resources here, and there's 10 right off the bat. This only needs 1 builder, so we're going to kick 1 person into there. And then we're going to go ahead, and I'm already going to set the other person up to clear that. So we're going to multitask with 2 buildings right now. And in a perfect, this one may have decided, okay, there we go. And that also needs 1 builder. So in a perfect world, they're both going to build what they need to build. Let's speed it up a little bit. And here we go. And you can see that they're both being constructed at the same time, which is just what we wanted to see. I don't want them to get on this road. There's that. Okay, fuel limit. We can, against my better judgment, I'm almost tempted to leave the limits in, but you know what? I'm a micromanager, and I enjoy yelling at my bannies. So we're going to run it like this. Okay, so that's done. I'm actually going to drop that over here, because that's going to be a window that I am going to be using a lot. I guess I could do that over there. Let's close these, because yeah, the screen is crowded enough the way it is. So we'll just run with that. And over here, let's finish the construction here. Take 1 person off, and I guess what we need to do is we need to harvest some more logs. And yeah, might as well do that now. I was thinking, do we chop what we have? I don't want to chop what we have, because our tool builder is, oh wow, that's a lot. Let's start here. And we're just going to collect right up here in the north. And then there's 2 stockpiles that they can already put the stuff into. Okay, workshop is done. Oh, we need the iron. That's right. We're going straight into rough tools, because that really is, it's either rough tools or iron tools, and we by no means have iron yet. So let's go ahead and do the rough tools, but in order to get rough tools, we need, so cancel that. More important than that, we need to get a little bit of iron ore, and we're going to just grab what we need to get us going. And am I still in builder mode? Yes, I am. There we go. Let's grab that iron ore. As soon as we get some iron ore in stock, which is going to show up right here, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and dedicate one of our builders to the tool maker. Now, get me some tools. Because we don't work with limits, we're going to do this number. Our clothing, we're going to do this number. And then once they get tools, then we're going to be, then it's going to be like Adam and Eve. They have everything that they need to survive. So, yeah, perfect, 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 perfect. Let's go ahead and harvest a few more trees for them. Like that. And in that way, they're going to have enough resources for their tools, and they're going to have enough resources to start making firewood. And see, they both have their tools now. The tool symbol went away. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to throw one person into wood cutting, and that is going to give them the firewood they need. And now, perfect. We are fully self-sustaining, which is where we want to be. Now that we're fully self-sustaining and we have our first child named Rhett, we're not out of the woodwork yet, because now comes the delicate balance of making sure that they have what they need to get everything running. And the first thing that I usually like to do, if you guys have seen my past videos, you'll know that, is I want my gatherer up and running first. And that's going to be this guy right here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is unlock the gatherer. I can already see that I need a little bit more stone to get this guy working. So I'm going to grab the local stone just so I don't have to run too far. I'm not taking a lot, I'm only taking what I need. As soon as this number goes to 2, we're going to go ahead and open this up. And you know, I can already see that I need more wood. Winter is here. By the way, the weather, the climate that we're playing on is temperate. And I was kind of going back and forth. You know, we don't need you there anymore. How many? We got 27 tools. That'll last us a couple minutes. So let's go ahead and get the blacksmith out of there, because right now we need to collect resources. My wood chopper, 96. That's perfect. We don't need a chopper anymore. Now they're both collecting resources. And notice how much quicker they're working now. This is my comfort zone right here. My non-comfort zone, it was basically getting them started, trying to figure out the right combination and twist to get them going. And what made that real difficult was that learning curve, where you only want to give them, and we can put 2 into there, we're going to put 2 in, was that learning curve on where the fine line is to get 2 people with nothing up and running before they starve. They're building the gatherer, and now that I've got the gatherer built, that's one of 2 buildings that I like to start with. The second building I enjoy starting with is a hunter, but we're going to let this winter go by without a hunter, and we're going to get that built for next winter. Right now, I want to keep the wild food coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm already going to take my 2 people And now one person is going to be on permanent food duty. There we go. Which is going to leave me with one body running around doing all the work. And I'm all right with that. As soon as we can build the other things, the hunter will be the next thing that we put in. 10 and 5, 10 and 5, we got it. Let's make it happen. And I mean, if there is still time in the winter, and the way, what I say in the winter is I change my hunter-gatherers by the seasons. And what I'm trying to say by that is whenever the area of the map is green, I run a gatherer. Whenever there's snow on the ground, I run a hunter. And the micromanager in me switches them manually back and forth depending on what the climate is. Okay, we're done here. Let's kick you up to a builder and get this thing put together. And now it's just a matter of keeping an eye on your numbers. You always want to see something in these three categories here. This is your log count. This is your firewood, or let me say fuel, to keep you warm. Because it could also be fire bundles, especially with the thatch that you find in this game. And this right here is stored food. This is absolutely critical. This up here is your stone. This is minerals. And for the most part, it's going to be iron ore, unless we randomly pick up something different. Iron, we're not going to see that for a while, but we are going to see it sooner than later. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. This is actually going to become our first mining district right up here. So we will get into early game iron. And over here, tools. Gotta keep the tools up. This is clothing. It would really be nice to have clothing, but before we can have clothing, we need to get some, what do you call it? We need to get some leather into our inventory, and that's going to be from hunting. So here we go, guys. We are up and running. The Biddy Hunter is done. Let's close that. Early spring, I'm not even going to go to the hunter. Like I said, this season, we're going to let them run. And in the meantime, 28 and 6, by golly, we can build either the herbalist or the forester. And because, you know what, we can collect wild herbs too. But I'd like to get the herbalist built just so we can keep our food count up. Another thing that wouldn't be a bad idea would be to already get the road in. But we'll get to that after we finish building our last two buildings here. And oh my gosh, there's another thing I forgot. Our storage. The Biddy shed still has room, so I'm not sweating it. But this over here, the only purpose that served was to get Jack and Jill up on their feet. And now that they're up on their feet, we can actually take these buildings out once we recreate them in a larger scale. Okay, you're ready to go. And you know what? As long as we're still in laborer mode, let's go ahead and start the forester. And then we'll just knock out building both of those back to back at the same time. And then that'll work really, really, really well. Yeah, this is my first attempt with Megamod 9. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. I mean, you can really get lost in the... whoops, we're done. We got everything. You can really get lost with all the different features. But what I wanted to do in the day and a half that I did play this was I wanted to become familiar with the features I know I'm going to use. And hopefully we'll be able to find what we need after that when the time comes. Forester, we don't have anybody to put into the Forester yet. And hopefully now he's going to knock out the Herbalist. And I actually think I'm going to send somebody out to look for some herbs. We don't need a lot. We've only got 3 people in town, so once he's finished with this, we'll go ahead and we'll pull him off of builder duty. And now we're go ahead and stick, well, him or her into herb duty. And go ahead and max that out. And let's go. And hopefully this number right here is going to go up. Like I said, they don't need a lot. And once we get a couple pieces of herb or herb into this slot, I'm going to leave him there for a couple seconds just so he can distribute what he has or she has. And then we're going to go ahead and run to to building up some more of the staple areas of this map. Now, I have chosen the Biddy abodes only because the cost, and they house 15 herbs, good enough for me. Pull the herbalist. You have done your job. I don't know if I actually have to be there to distribute those or not, but the Biddy abode actually houses 4 people, which is absolutely perfect in the game because usually the spacing between kids will be anywhere from 4 to 5 years to as much as 9 or 10-year difference. Now, not to get too wiggy on you guys, but once Gracie and Camera have children, then those children will also help in the procreation of our town. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so let's go ahead, and since I'm kind of idle, I could go out and get some more wood. And rather than start selecting wood randomly, now that we've got the Forester built, I can actually take the laborer, put him into the forestry lodge, and just have him or her add a couple more logs to our inventory here. And then once we get to that point where we're running smoothly, we still can't do the clothing because we don't have leather. But it's early autumn, the temperature is 59, but that's going to drop quickly. And by the way, that is 59 Fahrenheit. Because if we were Celsius right now, we'd probably be fried. 13, see that number slowly going up? Yeah, everybody's happy. We already lost a half of a heart for our health, and we've lost a little bit of happiness. But you know what? I'm not sweating it, because right now we don't have any protein in our diet. There it is, 32 degrees. Here comes the snow. I'm going to pull you out of Gatherer, and I'm going to stick you into Hunter. And now we're going to get some protein. We really don't have a good produce count over here. But they also have some food in their house. So what you see here might just give you a kind of a false security about what they have. The nice thing about hunting is it usually comes in a very large number. So we're talking a couple to a few hundred units, depending on what animal they get. Now, I've seen bear, I've seen bison, and I've seen pork all show up as different meats that are collected on this map. So that's going to hopefully make for a nice variety of things that are going on. You know what I just realized is my laborer is doing nothing right now. So since my laborer is doing nothing, I am going to go ahead. First of all, I want this ring up so I can see where I'm going. I'm going to park you over here. I tend to leave the forester up only because I like to see the ring, and that usually tells me where I'm going to run my roads out to. So I'm going to take more road, and we are actually going to come all the way out to this edge. I guess we can go to right there. And then the next direction that we're going to build is actually up. So let's go ahead and go, I guess we can go 10 up to right there. And so if I go 21, that'll give me a nice, that gives me 10 up and 10 down. My laborer, okay, I don't know what I just did with him. I put him someplace. Oh, he's in the forestry lodge. That's enough for now. I'm going to go ahead and turn him into a builder just so he can go ahead and start working with the building of the roads. Because once they get this little strip of road put in, then they're also going to be moving quicker along this path line. I mean, if you're following me on YouTube, a lot of what you're hearing, you've already heard. It's common knowledge. You know how it works. But I'm reiterating all of this just in case we pick up some new viewers on Twitch. And I want to introduce those new viewers to my style of gameplay, which by no means am I saying is perfect, but it's definitely an alternative gameplay to what's normally out there, especially when you're running a Megamod versus vanilla. I've noticed a lot of Twitch gamers are still running vanilla mode, and I really enjoy the Megamod and the expansions. And if you're a gamer playing Megamod and you're recording it, chances are you're probably going to get my subscription, because this and Baldur's Gate are probably my two favorite games, and those are two different genres. Banished is a resource management city builder game. Baldur's Gate is a dungeon crawl RPG, gather a party, give them weapons, and then go tell them to beat on things game. But the storyline behind Baldur's Gate and just being second edition Dungeons and Dragons, which is what I grew up with, totally sold me on that game. And I've been playing that since 1998, just to give you an idea. Okay, here we go. We got our first bison, which kicked us up to 240 protein mountain oysters. I'll let you use your imagination on that one. So we've definitely got our protein. It's green. I'm going to pull my hunter, and we're going back to gatherer mode. Here we go. Okay, now that we're also bringing our road, and I really don't like this because I need to see what I'm looking at. So I'm going to clear a little bit of this area right here, just so I could see my road, because that's going to be our next build out. Oh, that was interesting. We had 240 bison, and now we have none. Food also went down to 0. I mean, something's going on in this game that's not making a whole bunch of sense. As a matter of fact, this is scaring me so much that I'm actually going to put you back to laborer, and you're going to help find food. And I'll even run you out that far. That's what I mean. These numbers here are dictating what everybody is doing in this game. And there is one more thing I want to do. Even though I still have storage here, I want to get rid of this little area by opening up the first bitty barn over here. So that's going to be our next build, is this barn. And then until we get the town hall, we're just going to have to use these to keep track of our inventory. Okay, now they're clearing this out, which is good, so we'll be able to see what's going on. And the reason I want to see what's going on is because that's the next area I want to build into. We'll go out 20. That's a good number to go out to. And then that's going to start our main street over here. And I think the first things that we're going to put out here, there's a couple different things I want to put out there, but let's just see what's happening. How's our food doing now? Now we're back up to 270. It's funny because this gatherer does not produce as much as Kid's gatherer does. The Kid gatherer has a smaller footprint than this, and it actually produces much more food than this little guy here. But you know, because I want this to start looking like our town, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open up this barn as our main storage, because that way we only have to keep track of one barn, and the bitty barn holds so much more. I think the tiny one here, the bitty shed, only holds 1,000, maybe 1,600 units of food, when the bitty barn holds 5,000 units. And being at 94%, we're going to have to empty it out anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and builder it. And we do have our first child that graduated to laborer. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to open up a second house to make room for more children in the first house. You get done. And what's my stone count? 12? Yeah, we're going to be able to build this too. So let's make that happen. And are they running? No, now they are. And you know what we can already do is we can put a little trail right here. And that's not going to serve any purpose whatsoever, except that when you're building a bitty shed, that area is already slated for road. Okay, we got snow. That means our gatherer is now going to switch to hunting again. And there he is. Rhett has just moved into his own place, and he is ready to begin his new party. Oats. Oats are good. I'm glad to see that there's oats here. That means we can do domesticated animals. What we're going to do is get rid of all. Boy, look at that. They're throwing food on the side over here. We're going to get rid of all that. So let's do that. Let's do the remove structures. Scratch that idea. We're not going to do that because we need to build those structures over here before we get rid of them. Let's go ahead and bring everybody into. We got tools. Do we have leather? We do have leather. And as long as we got leather, I'm going to use our mini workshop hide coats. I think that's what it is. Okay, and we're going to put one person into there. Let them do that. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and start planning out what we want to do out here. Now, in my practice run, I actually built a market right here. But I'm thinking, let's check the religion. You know what? Let's keep them running. Of course, that's probably scary in this, since we got to keep an eye on these numbers so well. So here we go. Churches. I want my itty bitty. Are you here? And we got to find the itty bitty one. That's a small chapel. God, there's so much variety here. That's the tiny, but there is an itty bitty somewhere. Just a matter of finding it. Doggone it. It's usually a real funky. Well, let's just look at all of them. Parish, Port, Pine, Humble, Casablanca, whatever that word is. This is the one that I think Ashanton just used recently. Small, old. You know what? There's another place where you can find itty bitty stuff. And I think it's here. No, it wasn't there. Here, themed. And it was in the Jinky menu. Where was that Jinky menu at? Oh, nuts. It was here, I think. And that's only for workshops. Doggone it. See, that's what I mean. I'm really not familiar with this Megamod thing and finding stuff. Did the Jinky thing have something here? Doggone it. Doggone it. Maybe not. What are you? Build a mission. We don't want a mission. Okay, we're wasting time. This isn't good. Get out of here. Let's go back to this. Because doggone it, we more. No. Village. Did we go through all of these? The Abbey. There's the biddy. And all of that just to see what the ring of influence is. So I'll grab the two abodes that are there, but I could go a little further in. And because we can go a little further in, I think that's what we're going to do. Now, we have green. Because we have green, that means we're going to release the hunter, go back to gatherer mode. And this is really frustrating me here. So, I'm going to take my builder and I'm going to put you into the herbalist for now. Because this is lower than it should be. And we're just going to let you run herbs for a while and see what happens. In the meantime, rather than doing the a market there, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the storages. Now, where was the itty barn? This is it. The itty bitty one. And I've chosen a dark theme for my buildings. See, this one is kind of fish scaled, I mean, fantasy-wise, that would probably have been the better choice, but I'm running this dark theme here because I think it's kind of cool. And let's flip it. I'm going to put a market right here. And in front of that market, I think we're going to go with a 4x4 stockpile. So let me grab my stockpiles, which are right here, and we're going to come here. And let's just put in a 4x4. Just like that. And that's going to start the build over on this side. And come over here and close this. And then we can actually continue down here and close that. And this has a road running through it, just like that. Okay, now we can get into some more of the production buildings that are over here. And that would, you know what, if we can keep them running, I would like to. I see that we're going to need some firewood here shortly. And now we have 8 clothing. So that should be enough that we can pull this person. Boom. And I need to put him into builder mode so he can build this barn right here. As long as we're not building roads, we can actually leave him as a builder and let him work with that. Now, 2 things that we're going to need over here are a woodcutter and we need a blacksmith. And the woodcutter that I like to use is actually the village woodcutter, which is, what's the biddy one look like? Oh wow, I didn't even know that the biddy had its own woodcutter. And you know what, by golly, now that I know that they have it, we're going to use it. So poof, there's that. And across from there, we're going to go ahead and throw in the biddy blacksmith, which I will find you. Are you it? You are the biddy. Perfect. And we're going to come over here. We're going to flip you. So 1, 2. Oh, you're even. Whoa, stop. See how this one is 4 deep and this one was only 2 deep? Was it 2 deep? Oh, it's 3 deep. This is where the alignment really matters. I think I'm going to go ahead and put my woodcutter over here and put my blacksmith over here, which really doesn't make sense. It doesn't. You know what? We're going to let it fly. Did we ever put this in? No, we didn't. Because eventually we're just going to have so many housings and stuff going in over here that we'll make it work one way or another. One way or another. Yeah, let's fly with that. For some reason. Oh, you know why? It's because I was using the tiny smith. That's the one. I think the tiny is the one we were using. And that is probably why this is different here. So let's go tiny, and I want a dark theme. There we go. Boom, make that happen. So let's go ahead and let them build that out. Now this one here, let's go back to the woodcutter. The tiny woodcutter was the single. Too big. The Celtic, don't want to go there. The village, you know what? I think I'm going to go back. No, I'm not. Crumbs on a biscuit. Biddy is what we have in there. So maybe we should make the stockpile a 3. Too big. Nope. 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 No. Whoa. What are you? You're a 4. No. Nope. Too big. Nope. Oh, stop the clock. You 4? No, you're 3. Chop chop. That's cute. What are you? You're a bundling shed, which we're going to definitely get into because all of the fodder thatch that we're getting. So we don't have a 4x4 cutter. I'm just going to let them build with what they got. Let's make this happen. And actually, we got one builder there. Is anybody doing something they don't need to be doing? That is the question. You're building roads. Awesome. Where's our labor force when you need it? There they are. There they are. Bring us stuff. It looks like we got enough here to build everything. So we're going to fly with that. Did we ever build the road around there? Because I love to frame my things like that. And there's one insert right there. And this has one insert right there. All right. We may or may not make this a little bit smaller. Right to there. You know what? I think we will. It's not going to affect this. It's going to affect that. And this is already where my OCD is kicking in. Oh my God, they've already cleared it. Perfect. No, keep them running. I want to keep them running. I'll work around them. So here's that. There's that. Get a stockpile. We're only coming up 3 like that. Let's take out that back road like this. And let's drop in a new road like that. And did we ever frame you in? Boom. Make it happen. There, that'll work. Oh man, it almost looks like there's a frame around that stockpile, which is kind of cool. Firewood, how we doing? We got 9. Okay, so far so good. Now, I mean, I'm really going on production and stuff. I can always drop religion in the second row behind them. And the reason I like to keep it straight is because, for those of you that know my style of building, I do build in grid patterns. So let's go ahead. Obviously, the next thing that we're going to need after a blacksmith is going to be a tailor. Otherwise, we're going to get in trouble because we have a bunch of nudists running around. So let's go ahead to the tailor thing, and we're going to find the itty bitty one, which I know it's further on this end down here. There she is. Now, do we do itty or do we do tiny? And tiny is the answer. So we're going to come over here. Once again, we're going to go dark theme right there. Put her in. And then we're going to go ahead and frame this one just like that. And now our village is starting to take shape. What do we need? Tools are at a critical level. So I'm going to go ahead and I think it's time to pull our builder. And what I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is get you on rough tools. Rough tools. And boom, make that happen. Clothing, we're still doing good. The next thing we're probably going to need is some firewood. So where are the rest of my people? Oh, the hunter-gatherer. I still have an herbalist. Don't need that anymore. Hey, that did bring us up a half a tick. So that's awesome. Where are we? We're in autumn, and we're running the gatherer. Okay, we'll let that fly. As soon as we see snow, we're going to go ahead and put our hunter back in. Well, you can make that. Oh my God, you make both. Oh my God, that's awesome. Well, right now, firewood is the critical. Construction, I might as well go ahead and take that limit out of there. And as soon as it's time for another family... Whoops, did we not put anybody in there? Oh my gosh, what happened? Where did my people go? Did we pull the herbalist? Yes, we did. Nobody died. Where are my people? We have a blacksmith. We should have a gatherer. Where is the other one? Woodcutter. Why do you have a question mark on you? That is bizarre. Why do you have a question mark? I don't know. Speed it up a little. Will it self-correct? Please don't be a glitch. Because that's not going to be happy. Whoa, somehow we got us... Well, we're getting firewood. Where's it come? Oh, he went down here. He's working on the old one. Oh, nuts on a biscuit. We need to get rid of that. Okay, but actually we've got enough firewood now that I'm actually going to pull that. We're done with this stuff. So let's go ahead and clear that area out. Let's go ahead and do that. Remove this, and we're just going to clear those items right there. And they will take those out at their leisure. There is our snow. Gatherer gets pulled. Hunter goes in. And now we're going to get more protein for our map. Until we get the town hall put in, this is going to be our statistics. So, well, we got 2 stockpiles that we're working with. Even this one here, I don't know if that's going to stay or not. It really doesn't need to. Because another thing that I'm probably going to do here is do the old, what they call a conveyor belt system, where you run this down like that, poof. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing and run that down like that. And then chances are we don't need this. And the only thing is, I don't know what I would put in place of that. And if I had to put something in there, it would probably be a woodcutter. But then he would not have a stockpile unless he wants to run back and forth to here. Anyway, that's good. Check our numbers. 12. Yeah, that's not great. Because we're making firewood, which we do have a lot of right now. So let's go ahead. Oh, woodcutter, do we already pull you? Interesting. I do not know where our woodcutter went. Did you go to the labor force? Yes, you did. So if we do this, we should be able to put in, okay, it works. Crisis has been averted. We don't need you anymore. Thank you for your service. We have, well, it's going fast. Okay, we got some greenery going on. Did we get any more protein? We got those. We got some pork. That was cool. What else do we have here? Pork and duck meat. Okay, we can run with that. And we got feathers. So we're almost at the point where we can move up. Hey, you know what we didn't do, guys? We never looked at this map, did we? To see what's going on. Let's go ahead and hit pause for a minute. And I shall show you what this map looks like. And we can actually go extra large. Boom. All right, this is the map of Wonderland. This is our starting position, and as you can tell, they put us as far away from any water source as they possibly could. I mean, literally, unless we started here, but we started right over here. Here's the way this is going to work. We are going to expand this direction to hit the river. The river is going to be our first trading post. Here we're going to expand to the east and put in all of our resource buildings. And this is going to be where the main city center gets built. These mountains here are going to have some mines in them. I know I can already build mines on this facet here. And this crescent here is going to define the second node. So we're going to have one node on top of another. This is going to be resources going out. We're going to have a little bit of resource building here. I'm going to have a stockpile here. I'm also going to put my bundling shed over here just because it's a large, what am I trying to say? It's a large footprint. Eventually we're going to hit this water, and I'm thinking what we're probably going to do here is build a protocol. We'll come in off this point, we'll dock it all the way across to here, and we're going to put trading posts all along there, and we're going to make this a trading port district. I don't know if we're going to be able to get any fishing in right here, but we'll be able to cross the river, and then we can build out into this lake, and we'll get some serious fishing going on. Eventually, I'm going to canal these two together. I've never built a canal before in Banished. So we're going to canal these two together, and then that's going to give us more access here if we needed some more trading in this area. That's the game plan. Agriculture speaking, I'm going with the absolute largest footprint for both pastures and crop fields. And my reason for that is because building the numerous small ones, even though they net the best or the most resources, it's not worth the number of infestations you get. I would much rather have one super large one, lose a couple resources, and not have to deal with going through all of the infestations. 2, yeah, get this thing built, guys. And then once we get a tailor in there, you know what else we need? We could probably put the forester back into business again, too. So why don't we do that? Once we get this guy built, like he is, we'll go ahead. Do we have leather or... Yeah, we got 6. Wow, 6 ain't going to get us anything. It's going to get us 3 coats. But you know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. I'll take your 3 coats. And what else can we do? We can already... I had one more person. Clothing. No, we just did clothing. Oh, we're out of tool stuff here. Oh, probably the logs. So you know what I'm going to do? Since we got 69 tools, I'm going to pull the blacksmith and I'm going to put him into forester. And then that's going to generate some more trees for us. We should probably... Okay, the biddy shed is no more. I'm going to get rid of that. Mini workshop is no more. Get rid of that. Biddy Forester, always keep that window open. And Biddy Barn, I'm going to park that up there. Even, you know what? I think that might be better. Because I know I've got something along my window screen over there. So we're just going to park it out a little bit. I should have a chat window. I have not seen any chats come in yet. I'm not upset because, quite frankly, I don't think I've got any viewers. But that's one thing I cannot see from game mode. So we'll have to play that by ear. What else is going on here? Oh my gosh, you know what? We need to build more housing. You have a child. No, we don't. We're good. We're good. Good. But we are getting the next generation of kids coming in. Okay, in a perfect world, what I would normally do here is build one more type of resource building here, and then I want to go into our city center, which is the school and a church and a town hall. And I'm going to try to keep with the 3 size down here and the 2 size up here. And we'll see how that works. And with that said, oh my gosh, our numbers are actually looking pretty decent. We're happy with that. You're out of leather already. You know what? So we're going to get you out. Just out of curiosity, are we hunting? Yes, we are. We need to be gathering. It's green. Time to gather. Okay, this is running good. It's not that we need it, but we do have a second shed right here. And I'm trying to think what else we can throw in here. I do know that there's one thing we can throw in there already. You know what? Let's get our mines going. I know this is going to be, it's early game mine. I want to keep our people running. Numbers moving? Numbers are not moving. Oh, but the birds are. So that tells me that we're moving. This, I want to go in. There's my tiny mines that I love so much. Yeah, this is a carryover from boom, right there. I think that's it. This is a carryover from my previous games. And I think we're going to start right there. So 1, and then go 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it should be there, and then that's as far as we go. You know what? Scratch that. I want to start on this side and work this way. That way I get a larger stockpile over here. And also, one thing that I've already told myself I'm going to do for here, no flattening tool. I do not want to use the flattening tool at all in this game. In this not this episode, but in this series. Okay, so with that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and start my mines on this side and build this way. So let's go ahead and grab the mines again. Here we go. And we're going to come right to there. There's my red spot. So let's go there. 1, 1, 2, 3, there. 1, 2, 3, there. 1, 2, 3, there. And then bump, and then there it is. Yep, that's it. Perfect. And go ahead and put these on pause. You're paused. You're paused. Is there one on this side? No. You're paused. But you know what? I'm going to let them build this one already. Now, next to the mine, we want to do some Let's see, up there. Yep, there's the end. So come there. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to connect these roads just like that. And then that's going to give us this area up here for the stockpiles. Now I got to pause on this one only. Well, you know what? I don't have to, because I can simply take my road, find out how far into this mountain. See, there I'm hitting, so I need to go out one further. And it looks like I might have clearance now. So I'm going to come down and, okay, we'll just build that 12 out right there. And that's going to take us into our next node up here. Make sure that, see right there, that one little spot there prevented us from putting a road right there. But we're not flattening. I'm going to grab another stockpile for this area over here, the mining district. And where's my road? There it is, right there, right there, right there, right there. And how big of a stockpile can we put in? Not a great one. We can either go a 4x6 or we can go with a 5x3. Well, by golly, 4x6 gives us a much larger storage space. So that's what we're going to go with. And if we have a spot or two over here, which I think we actually do, we can always go ahead and throw a well in or something to offset this pollution ring. Did we miss the hunting season? We sure did. You know what? We could. So what's our variety of food here? Blueberries, 200. What's our protein look like? 22, 80. We do need protein. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do for protein is we're just going to hunt through the summer. So I'm going to pull my gatherer and we're going to go ahead and throw the hunter in. And we're just going to let him hunt through the winter. And then when we come to the next spring, we'll go ahead and put in the other guy. Okay, there were a couple buildings that we were going to put over here. And I think the first one was going to be the bundling shed. Because that, like I said, that has a huge footprint. And we can start eating through some of the fodder thatch that we've got. So let's go ahead and do that. What am I missing here? I just need a builder. We can afford, actually I can afford 2 builders. And let them go. Let them go. What are the numbers? Good, good, good. Good. That's good. We can run with those numbers for a while, comfortably. Okay, the mine is getting built. And we're also going to have to start moving some people up here. Once we get the mining district up and running. But we don't need this right now. Take away that limit. I'm going to take away this limit. And I'm going to shut you down for now. But we do have the mine when we start getting into the iron tools. And I'm not even going to be concerned with the carbon steel at this moment. Right now, I'm still at that stage where I just want to keep my people alive. I'm going to let them build the road. And let's look at that bundling shed. Because that's going to start making the... is it here? No. Is it here? Yes. I mean, check out the footprint on this thing. This is huge. It's huge. And you would actually go right there. And I think I'm already going to throw this thing down. Now, fodder thatch, or the fire bundles, where would they go? I would assume fire bundles would go into the stockpile. Let's grab a road and start roading this thing in. Gonna come around there, and this thing has a lot of inserts, like right there, right there, right there, 2, and that looks like it. So nuts on a biscuit, that's a lot of inserts right there. Okay, I really enjoy how this contrasts. You can actually see the road really well here. Since we're still keeping a very simple build going, I'm going to bust through the mountain over here. I do have the logs. We're going to grab a tunnel, and we're actually going to go with a log tunnel. That's going to look kind of rusticy. Uh-oh, what is going on? Why? You know what I'll bet it is? Doggone it, they probably built the road too far over. Take out that one piece of road. And of course, I'm not going to be able to see what they're doing. So let's do a pull a couple trees out of this area. Okay, Biddy Forester. Yeah, we like to keep that ring of influence up, even though I don't really think we're going to need it for now. I can close this, I think. That kind of threw me for a loop because I never got stuck there before. And if I can't build my tunnel, then my feelings are going to get hurt. There we go. Perfect. And you know what? I'm not even going to stop it. I'm just going to let them build it. And there's our... No, we're going to hunt through the winter. And then we're going to come in and... we're going to hunt through the winter. And then we're going to... Oh, I can already see... I don't want to build that yet. Because otherwise they're going to have to run around that mountain. Okay, bundling shed is up and running. That is cool. So now, can I get 2 abodes back here? That is the question. So we're going to go to the housing, which is here. You know what? I'm going to try to keep them running, but let's go to 5 speed. Go to here. I'm going to grab this one, and then these are the houses I've been building. And we're actually going to build side by side. Oh gosh, I can't see my roof. Yeah, that's going to throw me. I mean, I can probably go by the framing of the house. Like, that's probably the one I want to use right there. So there's 1. And that doesn't look like my frame. There's 2. There's 3. That looks like fish scale. Early winter. I'm going to put these in thinking that that's proper. You know, another thing I could do is just come down here and match them. Do those 2 look alike? I think so. So, make it happen? I think so. Let's go back up. And in a perfect world, 1, 2, 3. Oh, nuts. They're going to be next to each other. Not cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doggone it. Didn't want to do that. I didn't want... Okay, scratch that idea. It's just a personal thing that I probably should get over. Okay, do we need anything? 8 clothing. No, we're actually doing pretty good. 2 builders, we don't need builders anymore. Why don't we go ahead and throw a person into the mine already to start making some iron? And let's start planning out our next village center over here. I think church and school are probably going to be next. And that's just a matter of how do we want to place those. So school, we can actually continue up here with the biddy. Are you the biddy? Are you the biddy? I know there's or we want tiny or biddy? Medieval? No, tiny. What's tiny look like? Tiny is a 3. Is there a biddy school? Right here. Nordic. Is there really not a biddy school? Small school. What do you look like? Ah, nuts, you're big. Humble school. What do you look like? Well, there's our 2. How many students? It doesn't say. Well, that does us no good. But you would fit down here. I'd really like to get another 3x3 right in here. Oh, there's our green. Let's pull the hunter and get the gatherer back in there. Oh my gosh, we got full health and we got full happiness. We did something right. Don't ask me what, but we did it right. Okay, let's... Could also town hall it. But I'm thinking maybe go town hall here. And once our founders, husband and wife, pass, I'm going to dedicate a statue to them. So maybe a school. I'm thinking maybe a school should go there. But is there a 3x3 school that we could put in? What's a tiny look like? A tiny, yeah, right here. 3x1, 2, 3. Holy nuts on a biscuit. We found our tiny school. So flip, flip. Boom, right there. Does it say how many it holds? 14. Ooh, not a great number. But you know what? We'll work with it and stop. I want to do a quick head count for children here. Nuts. Too late for that one. But we do need to get them out of that house. And you're getting ready. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hold off until the next generation. Normally, I don't build the school until the 2 founding couple passes. And then I don't have to worry about people dying off for at least another generation. So maybe we'll do it around that. Because right now, you're going to become a laborer in 2 years. You 2 are going to shack up together, if I'm allowed to say that. And then that means that Narina and Arthurison and whoever the next child is going to be the next generation for kids. And what I'm already going to do over here is start putting in the abodes for this area. And I think I'm already going to plan out for 3 of them to go there. So let's go there. We'll grab these houses, and I'm going to grab this one first. And this one is going to go, flip it first. So flip, flip. Go to our dark mode right there. And you are going to go... Ooh, that's a 4 wide. You know what? So I'm going to park you behind here. just like that. Oof. And then I'm going to take this model. See, I want the chimneys on the outside. That is how anal I'm getting into this. So you're going to go right there. Did I put you on the road or did I put you up one? I put you up one for some reason. Doggone it. Why would I do that? You, destroy you. Go back to housing, which is here. Go to here. Go to here. Go to here. And where's my dark mode? Is that it? That looks like it. Oh, did I not remove it? Come on. Oh, there we go. Hopefully that removed it. Go to housing. Go there. Go there. This is the one. Yeah, there we go. And go to that one. Boom. Pause on this one. And I'm going to let them build this one. And 2 laborers. Let's just go straight into, oh, 1 builder. Okay, 1 builder. Good, 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 good. And then I'm going to start getting some people growing up over here. That whoever moves in here can take care of these jobs. All right, what else is going on? Town center. Stone is low. Not concerned with stone, really. I mean, eventually we're going to be clearing all this out. But that's another thing that the forester can do. Okay, we're gathering. We still have a forester working? Cool. I don't know what he's forestering. Hey, our tunnel is built. Score. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get a little bit of roadage going on this side, which is going to look like that. And maybe run out, what, 10? How about 50? How about 20? And then that will start determining what we're going to do over there. Okay, this is going to get at least 1 if that 8-year-old hasn't grown up yet. Come on. Well, maybe not. There we go. And out of all the jobs you could have, you became a forester. That doesn't make sense. Okay, now I think we need to look at some town centers. Let's go ahead and fence you in. Don't fence me in. Boom. And if we go town center here, we're going to go ahead and pull my absolute favorite town hall in the whole game. And that's the little circular one right here. Now this one does not attract nomads. I think I like it so much just because it kind of looks like a lighthouse. But I want to get the right pattern, and this is something that you weren't allowed to do in the previous Megamod, was change the pattern, but there it is. It's in dark mode. I'm going to flip it since it's a 3x3 footprint. We're going to go right next to the school, like that. And I'm going to let them build that, and that's going to get us our statistics. Come around, just like that. All right. This is groovy cool. I did not realize I was impeding inside there. If I knew that, I probably wouldn't have done that. But too late. Besides, that matches what's going on up here. And we'll get to that area later. Are we getting some iron in the stock yet? Well, I guess we gotta wait for them to build. What's our builder thing? 2 laborers? You know what? How about 1 laborer and 2 builders? I'm already going to go ahead and erect the statue in honor of the founders, if I can find it. Oh my gosh, I can't find it. Nomads. You them? No, you're not. No, you're not. Nuts on a biscuit. Okay, well, I will figure it'd have to be here. Statues. There's nothing that's giving me statues. So now I'm starting to think, is it in a different menu? Oh, there's the Jinky mods. But I don't think this is going to tell me what I want. No. Somebody has statues. And it's just a matter of finding them. No. EB. There they are, right there. Honor statue. And this is actually a male and a female. And we want the ones that attract nomads because this building does not. And there they are in all of their glory. There's our founding father and mother. So there's the statue in their honor. We will go ahead and enclose that in. And I don't know if that brings any happiness or anything. This one looks like it has a ring of influence. And it actually is going to catch these two abodes. So that's going to make me happy. This is still good. What are the numbers looking like? Are we hunting or gathering? We're gathering. Good. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. We're going to wait for, I mean, this is going to sound morbid, but we're going to wait for the founders to pass, and then we'll throw a teacher in and get them educated. Okay, the next thing that we need to start thinking about would be honey production, which I think I can put honey right behind here. If I saw that correctly, it does have the same footprint as that. And which honey was I using? Beekeeping, was it this one? A tiny? Yeah, the tiny is a 4, and that's right there. So that's gonna get us some honey production. And sure enough, we went to the white screen. So I can't see my dark tone. Oh, white screen means time for hunter. Okay, let's do a crumbs. Quick housing check here. Overview 3 for 3. That's perfect number. Inventory by name, by quantity. And you can see that this fodder thatch is really starting to pick up. Flowers and fodder thatch are going to be the two biggest commodities in this early game. And I should have just minimized. Oops. I'm going to stick you in the corner, and then I'm going to minimize you. So that way we can just pull it up when we need it. Keep them running. Why aren't you guys moving? Okay, are we on the other side of the road yet over here? Yes, we are. Perfect. And then we need to figure out what are we going to do over here. And I'm almost wondering if this is going to be the start of agriculture. And now you can see where we're actually going to hit river. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to run that road all the way to the river, -1. So there's that, -1. We're going to let them build that out, and then our first trading post is going to go here. And I know what you're probably thinking is like, heck, Grumpy, why are you already thinking about trading when you got nothing going on? It's because I want to be prepared, and I see I have no firewood. Let's go back to the firewood. And you know what? I can probably just throw in a woodcutter. Woodcutter. Boom, there we go. And that's going to take care of that. Now let's come over here, and once again, I cannot see the dark theme. Is it just me, or is this a colder climate? Wow, 10 degrees. Holy nuts. Where are you going? Seriously, where are you going? I guess they're going to start building this road in, which isn't a bad thing. Okay, they got clothing, so they will work. We got a woodcutter in, so we're going to get that. Yeah, what we're going to do here is we are going to put in that trading post as soon as this weather fixes itself and goes back to the green screen. Green screen, there's a good term for you. We survived. We actually did it. We survived. I can't really tell what this guy is planting here. I do see that we got quite a variety of everything going on. And I do notice that we've got no builders, no laborers or anything. And also, once we get the statue erected, well, there you go. We just got us another laborer. Now, does that mean we need to build us another house? Overview. Yes, we do. That was our 5-year-old that grew up. So now we should have 2 kids that are probably around 2 years old. And you grew up. And where's my other house? A 4 and a 0. And that's and another 0. So I think those 2 zeros are going to become our next, our first educated generation. And then that means that Norina is going to move in with Arthurson. And yeah, let's let that happen. So here we go. What are we doing? I need another house. Boom, open it up. Okay, and we're going to need some builders. Well, laborers first. Are they finished building that road out here? No, they're not, but you know what? We can't wait for them. 3 laborers. We need to start getting material over here. So what all are we building? We're building a statue that needs iron, which we have. Cool. Cool. I'm going to let the iron build up, actually, because when we start making tools again, I want to be able to jump right into iron tools. That's going to be our next goal for that. Whoop, there's green screen. We can work with that. So green screen is going to get us a gatherer. And, whoa, I have no laborers? Of course I do. There we go. And it's going to allow me to already build the, we'll do 2. No, we'll do. I want to get those things built. I need 4. Doggone it. Put them all there. Until these things get built. That's where we need them. And I'll bet you dollars to donuts they're probably building road. You know what? Let them build. Let them build. Okay, trading posts. As long as I got green screen up, I don't want that to go away. So we're going to grab that. We're going to grab trading posts. I don't even know what these are. Specialized trading posts. No, I like to go with the generals. Don't want to pull anything fancy. Where's my biddy? Either want the bitty or I want the tiny. Trading post, what are you? You're a, what the heck is that? A pie? 20,000 capacity though? That would be nice to use as a Old Town. I know a lot of other gamers that are doing Megamod 9 really love this Old Town trading post. And there's the dark theme for it right there. I never even thought about putting this one in. I just thought going straight, oh, it's because it's 140 wood. Oops. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, it's not like we can't do it. There's a tiny. What's the tiny look like? Is that the one I was using? I don't think. No, you can't change the theme on this one. What are you? Industry? I don't want any industry stuff. Small trader? Oh, you can change, but you do not have the dark feature. So you're out. Large port, trading post, whatever. A biddy. What are you? You're a small port. Thompson Trade Company. And a mini. I know what the mini looks like. What's a small port look like? Holy crap, that is not small. Whoever told you that was small lied to you. Biddy. This is the one I went with. And there's my dark theme right there. So do the flippy thing. And let's see if we can park this thing like right over here. Okay, for some reason it doesn't want to go right there. You know what? Maybe that's because there's that. There we go. So what are my options? There. 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 I think I'm going to go out as far as I can, because that's going to give me more real estate. Right there? Right there. I think right there. Make it happen. Poof. Okay, let's go ahead and drop in our roadage for that. Oop, I'm not doing that. There's that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And as long as we're in this window, let's grab the wooden bridges. Nope, not those. What are those? No, I don't think that's what we wanted. Here we go. And we're actually going to go with the wooden themed, the dark mode, because everything we're doing is kind of darkish. And that's going to take us to the other side. And I'm going to let them build that already. And did we run our street all the way up? I think we did. Just to make sure. There we go. Okay, what else is going on? They're still not building this stuff. Can't figure, you know what? Maybe get them moving a little bit faster. Are we in the right screen? Yes, we are gathering. You have the iron. You need stone. Dote. There we go. I've just pulled a homer. Man, what am I looking for? Stonage. Well, grab that little bit. What else we got up here? Might as well grab that stuff too. You know what? As a matter of fact, why don't we just grab it all? Grab it all. Grab it all. That way we don't have to come revisit this again. And is that everything from that side? Nope, there's a little bit more there. A little bit more there, so grab that. Hey, we got some stone going on here. Now they're building it. Awesome. And we're just going to go ahead and close that. And now we can look at our founders and all their majesty. Is that? Wow. I thought that was a man and a woman. That's actually looking like two men. Well, I'm not going there. I'm not even going to comment on that because we're just going to leave that one alone. But I really thought initially that was a man and a woman, which would have made sense. I really wish I had my old statue back. The single one, you know what we could have put in there maybe instead was the angel. I don't know where the heck the angel is, but there is an angel in this game somewhere. Oh, snow. Let's go back here and take you out and put you in. Whoops, where did you go? 1 of 1, good. I wonder, is my timer still running? Oh, 4 minutes. Gosh, man, that's my biological clock telling me that your time is almost up. But that's okay. Let's see what else we can do. Honey, that's what we were gonna put in. We were gonna nuts, and we're at the white screen again. Come on, white screen, go away. I mean, one thing we can do is try to match it with this. So let's go here. Let's go to the bees. Let's get the tiny thing. And we'll do the flippy. And what other themes? No. Come back here. What other things do we have to look at? That might be it right there. I'm almost going to say that that's it. Should we take our chances? Go with our gut instinct? Yes. Yeah, we can't see that. Or do we come behind here, where it's going to be a little more visible? I don't know, man. You know what? I'm going to go here only because these abodes are too wide, and that's going to keep the that'll keep the back road even. I mean, I am so critical when it comes to this game that sometimes I wonder why I play it. Okay, that's good. Let's check on our children to see how they're doing. 2 and a 6, so you're almost ready to become a student. We might be doing this sooner than later. There's another 6, and you're not having any more kids. 1, 2. I thought we had more houses than that. Oh, here we go. And you guys are ready to have kids. I think we're going to put those 6-year-olds to school. So I am already going to dedicate one person to this because I'm going to forget to put them in. And once you get a teacher in there, you gotta keep a buffer here of at least one laborer, because if your teacher dies, then all of the students automatically join the labor pool. We're going to need tools and clothing, so I'm going to pull everybody and we're going to go on tools and clothing. So there's our tools, make it happen. There's our clothing, make it happen. And another thing that I probably want to start looking at are animals. Now, Megamod 9 has a really neat feature where you can actually build an animal pen without domesticated animals. And I don't think we have even found any domesticated animals in the wild. No. So if we wanted, what's our oats look like? Oh, oats is 0. Well, there's our, I think I set it for 1 hour and 55 minutes. So that's going to give me 5 minutes to close this thing down. I'm really happy with this build. I think so far we're off to a good start. If you believe that as well, go ahead and comment on it. Let me know. If I'm doing something wrong, also let me know. And the only reason I'm doing this is because we don't have any students yet. And I want my honey thing built. I'm going to pull my hunter. It's green, so we're going back to gathering. And I know this is going to sound silly, but as you can tell here, our food has reached a critical level. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull these two, and we're actually going to go ahead and, how many builders do you need? You can use 2, but you know what's more critical before that even happens? I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to put my 2 builders in there. Hopefully they get that built. My other ones are going to go look for some wild foods. And let's go ahead and, oh man, there's a lot of wild food here. Yeah, we'll run with that. Go find me food. Perfect. And then as soon as this is built, I'll throw another person out there to look for the food, and we'll throw somebody into the honey. But now we got 2 people looking for food. And in just a minute, come on, 3 more whacks. Give me 3 more whacks. Come on, you can do it. Come on, baby. Make it happen. Why are they not building this thing? Anyway, it's gonna happen shortly. I got faith in them. Oh man, did they go back and build the road? Well, the road's done. The road is done. Kind of prompt them to do this again. There we go. Come on, get in there, build it. Well, with 2 more whacks, I'm going to go ahead and already pull one of these. Oh, there's 30. There we go, perfect. Pull them all. And let's go ahead and put in 1 person into the beekeeper. Go ahead and turn this thing off. And now we got people looking for food, and we got people keeping bees. And what's our food look like now? It's still at 0. Are you serious? That is so weird. Let's pull some food out of here. And am I still cutting firewood? Yes, I am. There's another person. Go find food. Food is critical right now. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the gatherer. Going to throw the hunter back in. Find me something with a lot of meat. And you know what, guys? I think that is going to conclude this episode. So if you liked it, give me a like. If you didn't like it, well, give me a sympathy like anyway. Hey, now that we're live on Twitch, please follow me. I would appreciate that. Subscribe to my channels. I'm on both YouTube and on Twitch. And if you do subscribe or if you follow me, please tell 10 people about my site and ask them to follow. If you don't know 10 people, ask 5 people twice and ask them to tell 10 people. Hopefully they know 10. With that said, I am Grumpy Gnome, and I think we're going to call this the episode as soon as we go back into green screen again. This is still a little frustrating that our food is not going up. But what this is also telling me is that there we go. They're filling their houses with food. And we're cool with that. We're cool. Oh, we're down again. You know, I think we're going to hit pause. Poof. And we're going to go ahead and switch the hunter. Pull you out. Do we even have any? What do we got? 2 barns going? Do you have any protein in you? You have no protein. Do you have any protein in you? They really don't like those oysters. You have no protein either. You know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to keep the hunters going. And I am already going to extend this road up here. And we are in the next episode, we are going to consider building our second. Do I want to go there? Or do I want to go there? I think I'm going to go up to here. Just like that. And then in the next episode, we'll go ahead and we'll craft this area up here. As a matter of fact, I might even do that offline so that when we start up in episode 2, we can jump right into already populating this area. So you guys, with that said, I'm Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. All right. You should be looking at our end stream right now. Please feel free to follow me, share this, subscribe to my channels, and I do look forward to seeing y'all in episode number 2. With that said, I'm Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here. Take care. Oh, streaming schedule. I think that our streaming schedule is going to be on Wednesdays, and a start time is probably going to be 6 o'clock p.m., and that's Pacific Standard Time. So I'm going to try to get a steady stream going then. If I have time earlier, we may do 2 streams in one day. But as of right now, 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Thank you very much. Take care. I'm Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.